So while you're still getting set, very quickly, just little history about Henri Matisse and this painting. So the name of the painting is The Open Window. And sometimes it's called The Open Window Collioure. I'm not good in French, So this is the name of the town in south of France. That's where he painted this. And so you can see it's already 1905, the year. And this style is called Fauvism. Yes, it kind of comes after Impressionism and like modified Impressionism. So we remember from last lesson, Impressionism was founded like 1870, let's say 4. So after 30 years, Matisse was also kind of the founder of this Fauvism style. And what it's all about, it's about simplifying shapes, and it's accent on color. So the color is the main thing in this in all this story. And so the function of color is not really to describe the object in itself. It's more about expressing the feelings. So color and emotions, you can remember this is what describes Fauvism style. Also, for example, interesting Matisse, he believed that color can have like therapeutical influence. So he had a friend who was sick, and he would put all his different works around him, and then the friend could benefit from the healing of the energy of colors. And one more interesting fact about Matisse. So in all his art, you will never find anything connected to the all the real stuff that was going on in these times. So there were like 2 world wars, the atomic bomb, Holocaust, all this stuff that was happening. And so he was like outside. His art wasn't included, because his idea was that his art should be happy, comforting. And he used to say that I want my art to be like a comfortable armchair for a tired businessman. So that's why kind of you can say all his works are full of colors and with this more happy mood. And when he was old, he already was in a wheelchair. He couldn't paint, and then he was doing his art. He was cutting with scissors. So if you Google Matisse, you can find very often these kind of collage works. So also this was his way of painting. And he said, oh, it's a bit like a sculpture. So he would cut color paper and create collage stuff. So as I said, try to get all the colorful colors you have today. Yes, we will start with the parts outside. These blues, this pink, and then slowly get in to the center of the painting. What is interesting about this particular painting is that, so if you take a look at the original, you'll find that he has different brush strokes in each part of painting. So this exactly this view of the port, of these boats has kind of short horizontal lines. And then this part of the garden has different brush strokes. So the window itself, the part outside the window has different brush strokes. And like this, he creates this effect of like pulsating rhythms. So you can just, if you have the original in front of you, Yeah, I can try to spot this. And right. So, yeah, so we will start with sketch. You take the pencil. I'll try to find my marker. Here it is. Just anymore. Sketch is very easy, I imagine. Yes, so you can start maybe with these window doors. Yes. Also, you know, for those who is familiar with the perspective theory, yeah, these lines should kind of connect in one dot, yeah, but in Matisse painting they're not. So you also don't have to break your head about it. So yeah, so I sketch here this open part of the window. And yeah, so in theory, which lines should get connected at one point is all the lines that are parallel in real life. So we're looking at this door, yeah, and then this upper line, and then the line that is in the middle is a bit more horizontal, and then the other line is looking already not up but going down, not going down, going up. Yeah. The lowest line is also, so in theory, all these lines, they have to connect in one central point. Yeah, the same as the lines of the opposite. Yeah, but yes, but sketch should be easy because we don't follow this today, and we make it really free. Yeah, easy going painting. Yeah, we'll be focusing on colors. And of course, feel free to modify. Yes, it's not a must to follow 100%. Yeah, we use this lesson to also kind of to learn a bit more about all these famous paintings. But if you feel to change something. Yes, and you can also feel how pale, yeah, more are the colors more inside the window, like really light pink, light blue, yeah, all with lots of white. So and very colorful outside. Yes, some parts you can, for example, maybe these leaves, you can, it's not necessary to sketch them. Yeah, you can just later with the paint make the dots. So yeah, so we remember the idea of this Fauvism style that actually from, if in French, then it's called le fauve, and if you translate it, then it means wild beast. So don't know honestly from where how they invented this name. But yeah, then we remember the main thing is simplify forms and exaggerate colors, and then you'll get.
Zhenya?
Yes.
What are the objects there? It's boats on the water?
Yeah, I imagine it's boats, exactly, yeah. So it's like this long mast.
Like a sailboat.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So probably just the sail is kind of closed, so maybe they're just kind of parked. That's how I imagine, yeah. And then just the mast, the stick is there, and then you can see also darker is kind of a shadow, and the red part is probably the boat itself.
I made a little mistake. I need a bit of time to correct.
Yeah, sure.
I made the opening very big and the doors look very small.
Yeah, no rush at all. And if you would like to go and see this painting live, it is hanging in United States, in Washington, D.C., in National Gallery of Art. So it was some private person who bought it in 1989. Yeah, so probably it was somewhere then with friends all this time. Yeah. And originally he painted it in oils, oil on canvas. Also not so big, around 55 to 46 centimeters. And yeah, but we're doing acrylics because of course acrylics dry fast. Yeah, I also got used to acrylics now, and I've tried oil paints again recently, and it's like, oh, they're like never drying. So,
yeah. Sorry, what right in front? These are flower pots? Or...
Exactly, yes. So you can see so the windows. So it's kind of a balcony. And
yeah,
exactly, there are, I think, like 3 flower pots. Yes, this red, this yellowish, and blue, with all the red flowers, and then it's kind of this green part. It's also a flowery, yeah.
Yeah, it's like green, yeah, some kind of plant.
Yeah, it's like plants growing on the facade of the house, and then you can see. Yeah, so that's at least. And then you see these horizontal lines. It's like a border, and then this pink, it's the water stars, and so it's like a bay with these boats, and then the sky you can see, yeah, all this pale pink.
It's a bit difficult to make the boats, to be very honest.
Really, I think it's
how to where to.
Well, just
it's gonna.
Yeah, it's kind of curvy triangles with the long line.
Triangle, right? Yeah.
Yeah, something like triangle, but a bit curvy.
Because I know what I want, but I cannot put it on paper. Oh God.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Yeah, it's of course. Yeah, when you practice, sketching, of course your hand becomes better. So.
Ja, so the sketch übung, hè? Sketch exercise here.
Yes.
This is like a normal one because the forms are not defined and like no, like how to make it look like it's boats when.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I imagined it should be easier because you don't have to worry, just draw some kind of any shape.
Uh-huh.
But I think mine will not look like boats. To be very honest.
Yeah, but it's not about the boats, eh? It's about the flowers.
I'm stuck on the boats, but actually you're right. I think it's more important to get the plants and the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
But no, let's. Yeah, so the box number 1. And the
Ik ga de swingers een beetje maken.
Yeah, so if you guys yeah, can start slowly getting ready paints.
Yes, well here, yes.
We're finished. So we will start with the outside, the window, then we will move to the doors, and then we will move to all these small details inside. What also I suggest, for example, you can have, for example, similar brushes, and then use it one for kind of greenish, bluish stuff, and the other one for red and pinkish. Yeah, I found it just easier because it's so many details, and then you switch. You do one line in red, and then I do one line here in blue. So instead of washing your brush each time, and then of course it's the blue and they don't connect so nice. So just to keep the red, pink cleaner, then I used kind of parallel two brushes. And yeah, and I also have this also sponge. Sometimes it's comfortable. Yeah, just keep it also close. Maybe for bigger parts. It's not necessary. You can do it also with brush, but just I mean, in case if you have from other lessons left, spongy. Yeah. And the thin brush, then later in the end for, let's say, these parts of both or. So, and then so I will get ready. So the blue part, I have this emerald green. Yes. And then one lighter, I put this turquoise. It's also interesting. I have two paints. The both name is emerald green, but they are different production, and they look also very, very different. So one in general, you can also put like what colors you have and imagine. Yeah, you might need. You can put little like you can put all colors once also. Yeah, sometimes it's comfortable. Yeah, to put just the ones you start with and then keep on adding. But sometimes I put just everything what I see, and then so can create also the pinky corner. So what let's say if you don't have pink, and of course you need to mix red and white. Yes, and then you can get darker pink, you can get lighter pink. Yeah, so what's the good thing when you go and buy all these separate colors is that you kind of save a bit your white paint because then you don't have to mix so much. Yeah, and you know that to get light pink, you need really a lot of white and just a tiny dot of red. So yeah, for example, also this Naples yellow. Oh, sorry, it's also one watercolor. You know, that one.
Ja, die gleiche Farbe entwickelt.
Yes, and then I put some a little bit of blue, maybe a little tiny dot of Payne's gray or black. Yes, just for these few little parts. Yes, put like really little dots of each color. It's really, yeah, you want, is it so many of them? And then you want to use them. Now, how it's going, Marina, with your colors?
I'm ready.
You're ready? Very nice. Yeah, and you guys?
Yeah, we are also mixed some colors set
Nice.
to be painted.
Yeah, very nice. All right. Yes, then I take a bit bigger brush and I will start with this light greenish side. So one can also, you remember, can use water to control the intensity. Yes, it's just meaning putting less pigment, less paint, and then it will look also lighter. Yeah, so it's a bit darker on the borders here as well, and a bit. And what else you can do? So, you know, since you have, let's say, we have this greenish color on the brush, then we have also here inside the windows, we have two spots. So I can go and at once color a bit. Just yeah, kind of to avoid watching brush. Yeah, also try keep colors kind of clean. So yeah, it looks also bright because yeah, there is no this dirt that sometimes happens when we mix. And then too, if you mix, you know, blue, red, and it all becomes kind of brownish. What else? Yeah, maybe these green parts on top. Yeah, since kind of the brush is with all this greenish. So usually I also, this green color comes from the tube. Yes, from this classical set. I always add a little tiny dot of black. Yes, then it gives this nice deepening to the color. Yes, but like very little. I mean, it still stays green, but it's just not that bold. Yeah, as from tube. So the green color is the only color that is suggested like never use it pure from tube. Yes, I mean the one this classical, this, like, you know, so in your 12 color set, this green that comes. Of course, when you already buy mixed tubes, yeah, then. But this one you should always mix either with yellow and make it this greenish.
Sorry, you mixed with what?
So I take this typical green and I added a little bit of black.
Yeah.
Yes, so but like really tiny bit from yeah, just a little dot on your brush, not to make it kind of black. Keep it so it's still green. It just becomes a bit more not so. So one can also, for example, yeah, since I have this green, I can spot, okay, maybe this part middle of, yeah, where this balcony kind of, yeah, just can add some dots. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when moving, so if you move with the same brush, with the side, yeah, let's go again through this big part outside the window door. Yeah. So wash the brush good. Yeah, I also always wipe it with paper towels because there is still paint left. Yes, and then I can move to the paint. Yeah, so as I mentioned in the start, there are different brush strokes in each part of painting. So this outside that we're doing now is kind of just vertical yeah, brush strokes. Some there is the tone is jumping. Yeah, so you can see some lighter pink. And then again, for example, this corner where we had the green, I put also pink, as Matisse has. But here I'm also careful, yeah, so they don't mix too much, this pink and the green, because already, like covering one bit to another, you see it becomes this now more purple. Also depends, yeah, if the colors are clean, then it can look nice purple color. But if your green is more dark, then it will be just brown. Mm-hmm. And so after that, we can take pure red. So just this red that comes also in a classical set. Yeah, and purely it's nice. But sometimes red is also, you can mix it, of course, the same as with the green. You add a tiny bit of black and it becomes more, yeah, like deeply, like Bordeaux color. Yeah, so here I also take already a bit smaller brush. Yeah, just depending, of course. Yeah, so it's easier to make the. Yeah, and then I just go around the door of the. Yes, here I use very little water on my brush, really just sitting intense paint. Yeah, so the line of the door that is closer to us, you can make it a bit bigger. Yes, then also from this perspective. Yeah, because if you make it the other way, let's say this line that is more closer to the center, if you make it bigger, it will have this weird feeling. Yeah, that something is kind of, because by the rule, the objects that are closer to us, then we paint them bigger. Yes, also if you have the original, yeah, somewhere in front of you, you can see that this red line is kind of, so the second line, it is a bit more thin. It's not coming till the end. Yeah, so this one we have like a really huge red line, but the other one is ending, yeah, somewhere here between these green leaves. Yeah, it's also nice. Yeah, so just not to have it too kind of too close. Yeah, on the other side, I see also red line, but yeah, it's a bit more like separating, yeah, from this next peachy color that is.
Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
lost a bit. Where are you now exactly? On the other door? On this?
Yes. So on the other door, you do a red line. Yes, on the border. Yeah, but it's more. This one here, it's more feeling that it's the thickness of the door. Yeah. So we have this pink for background, and we have this red line, and then we will move inside the door with this more pink, light pink, yeah, pink color. Yeah, and you remember the easy way to make a peachy color, you take yellow and pink, you mix them, and if it's too bright, you add white, then it becomes more pale. Yes, in general, it's also kind of orange with white. Yeah, it also becomes. Yeah, and then you can mix, maybe make it a bit more pinkish. Yeah, if. Yeah, so now I'm coloring. So with this peachy color, I'm covering this the door on the right.
But the red was outside.
The red was, yes, so the red is kind of between this peachy and this pink background. Yeah? It's like as the part of the door, because on the left side of the door, we like looking at this painting, we don't really see this thickness, but on the right door, it's this red line. So the opposite door also has a bit pitchy, yeah, on the bottom. Yes, so of course, if you look at the original painting, you can find many different tones. You can say, oh, this one is a bit more orange. Yeah, this is a bit light pink. So it depends also how precisely you want to do. So if you still have also red, yeah, you can color the upper parts of windows. I mean, just again, just saving washing the brush. So then there is these two windows on top. Yes. Also, what else we have with red? We have this the bottom part. Yeah. So where the plants are, then there is some white thing going on, and then there is a red bottom. Let's say maybe it's floor. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, and can even color also some flower pots. Yeah, so one is red, and the flower pot in the middle, it has kind of just a bit reddish. It's more orange, but a bit more red part outside and flowers. So of course, don't worry about creating a flower just as this is just, yeah, really spots of red. So where else? I see also one red line that also goes not till the end. It goes just from top on the right door. So we have this pinkish, yeah, peachy part over. Then there is some dark line, and then there is also a bit red. So I can actually put this red, and then later when I go with this darker color, I will, yeah, go on top, but we'll have a bit this reddish. These are. Yeah, so for example, also if like before changing it to this some kind of blue tones, yeah, I can do maybe some pinkish parts of inside, yeah, so here in between the bolts, yeah, but a lot of white, yeah, it is all not so bright. And so the outside window very bright, and here where the bolts are, these clouds, it's all very pale, yeah, a lot of white. Yes, and there are horizontal stripes under the bolts. Yeah, some vertical ones in between the masts. Yeah, and can leave some stripes there where the clouds are. Yes. So you can mix also some orange. If you have orange ready, that's good. So what I see orange, I see, so the boats, they're kind of a bit more orangey. Then there is one vertical line that is on the upper window and then goes horizontally down. And the middle pot flowers, yeah, it's also orange. Yes, so here on the upper window where we have these two red horizontal lines, there is also a bit orange on the side. If you can see. Yeah, and after this we can move to bluish, or how are you doing? I'm rushing too much. Yes, with blue, we also play around. It can be even just one blue, but depending how intense you take it. Yes. Um,
So now you are doing blue?
yeah, so I take the blue and then I go around to see, yeah, where I have in the upper windows. Then I have this one line. Yeah, but my side it turned out to be too bluish. It's actually a bit more like in Monet, it's a bit more light purple. Yeah, but yeah, maybe later I can. Correct. Yeah, a bit more blue intense is under the boats. Yes, so there are one, two here, and then I'll mix it with white and maybe with pink, and then I can get a bit more purplish. Yes, so for this part, it's where the clouds are. Yeah, there is blue, but it's like again with lots of white. Yeah. Yes, and the same purple with like lots of water. Very likely I can cover also these windows on the left. Yes, they are kind of pinky purplish, but very light. So in the end, it's maybe not so important. The tone is more just. If you get something too dark, you can always even just directly to the painting go with white, yeah, and then lighten up like this, lighten up the part. Yes, so a bit here darker blue in between them. Flowers. Yes, one can also so if you're blue, yeah, maybe it's not matching nicely. You can mix it also with green. Like this, you will get this emerald color. For example, where are the flower pots and the green leaves there, they look like bluish green. And Yeah, so there is also one emerald boat in the middle. Yeah, so all of them are kind of orange. And one is greenish blue.
How do you do the connection between the colors? Because I don't do the blending, to be honest.
Oh, I do connection or?
Because in my case, I see a lot of contrast between colors. I didn't blend, and I don't know if we should blend.
Okay.
Because for example, green and the red, and it's like border between, you know, and it doesn't look so neat.
Okay. Because you mean
We just leave parts inside between them, right?
Yeah, I mean somewhere the colors. You mean when they're crossing one another and then it becomes dark, or
Yeah.
white left in between.
In my case, I didn't leave everywhere white, so sometimes it's crossing and then it does become dark. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's just kind of smaller brush and one goes a bit more say careful, but well, right. Yeah, but once we start with all these leaves, yeah, it will become more, more fluffy, more life. Now it's of course kind of collecting all different spots, paint, yeah, like this. These spots will unite. Yes, so for all these leaves around and the door and on top. So I suggest you also to try. Sometimes it's not necessary the smallest brush, because what you do, of course, you kind of just tapping, yeah, with the brush to do these leaves. But if the brush is too small, then yeah, these brush strokes will look a bit yeah. So it can be a bit bigger brush. Yeah, just maybe try somewhere, or can also try in the painting itself. Yeah, a few strokes and see. Yeah, if they look good, can also then change the brush, do a few strokes a bit more fat, bigger, then in between with another brush, smaller, yeah, and like this will create the. And then you can see there is also kind of at least two types of green. Then we have our darker green, and then there is one, let's say, yellow, probably with the ochre. Yes, there is one vertical green line here where the door on the right have this orange stripe, and then it comes. Yeah, so maybe one kind of I find it a bit nice, useful than before starting. Kind of. Yeah, so one can start, for example, with one brush and one green stripe, just putting some dots, and then later go over again and this the ochre Yeah. Yeah, and you can see it. So also, in some parts can be a bit more leaves, in some parts a bit less. You can either follow how it's in Matisse painting, or just make yourself as well. But the point is not to do the same. Yeah,
So
so
you're actually,
Mhm.
you're just painting color by color, so to say, yeah?
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, since we're making a copy, then of course it's kind of a bit collecting. But of course, you can paint also by parts. But since sometimes this, let's say, pink, you can find it on the boards, and then also inside, and what can mark.
Yeah. Like Ravensburger.
in Matisse paintings, I think yes. That's a really nice way to explain. Yeah, but it's exactly because we're making copies of Matisse. He already thought about all color connections. He made the choices. Yeah, and we just and then of course, if you do your painting, then you don't go like this in the puzzle. You do it more on part of painting. So what else? Like once I put these dots somewhere, like the leaves, and then we have this white space in between them. We wait till it dries a bit, and then we can put like a watery layer, of let's say light green or it's a bit a bit yellowish. Yeah, but wait till it's dry, otherwise it all will.
The leaves, everything better.
Yes.
Basically, it saved my painting. It was really like, for a time it was looking horrible.
I agree. Yes, that's also maybe because of this, like Marijn said. Yeah, we were collecting as a puzzle, and that's why. And also, I think all this some lines, yes, on the windows maybe that one do, and then it also helps kind of collect the painting in one. Yeah, so so if you have the original somewhere, you can see, there's some these orange lines here on this right side of the door. Yeah, it's kind of because, for example, this orange line becomes like a shadow. Yeah, and then it helps this feeling of.
So what are you doing right now? The orange?
Yeah, so here, for example, like here, this also this orange line, and it also helps. Yes, and so what I do is to avoid that it's a bit too white where are the leaves, then I take, yeah, some greenish color and very light, so very watery. I just kind of go there around, so it kind of fits what the dots that I already put, and because it doesn't interfere, it's white, but it kind of fills in. I fill in the spaces in between the leaves. So also here on this bottom part, so where this balcony are, yeah, I've put some different dots, and now it's just kind of in between. Yeah, if it's too much, can also remove.
And you were talking about water. Did you do anything on the water yet?
So the only what I have now is some pinkish stripe. So under the boats, yes, I have this light pink horizontal stripes. Yeah, and then since they dry, for example, maybe in some of them I can add the same pink, but a bit more, let's say, intense. Yeah, just kind of, but a little bit. And this part leave. Again, you can fill it in with some very light pink again. Yeah, if you don't, it feels too white there. But it's also okay to leave this place a bit, kind of this.
Like very light pink with water.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, because for example, the part above, in between the boats and the upper part of sky, I would fill in also with some light blue. Yes, but also like lots of white. So it's, yes, it's not jumping out, yeah, but it just fills in a bit the white. Yes, for example, under the flower pots, it's a bit kind of very light white there, but we can add very watery layer, I don't know, or either yellowish or greenish. Yes.
Green below.
Yeah. So let's say try to. Yeah. So in this part here under the flower pots. Yes, then you can see also in between the boats, there is also the light pink. Yes, one can also play with. Yeah, if it looks empty, if it looks white paper. Yeah. Yeah, today I think it's easier than the last time.
I find it harder.
Yeah, it's harder. It's picking the colors trick, huh?
Not just that, because, I don't know if it looks bad on, I don't know, I don't like, I'm disappointed with myself.
What do you say, Anna?
It's the second time for me, so I haven't not enough comprehension.
But comparing with the last time, today easier or last time was easier?
It's more difficult.
Oh,
Last time.
Yes.
yeah.
You
I
see.
was choosing this one and I was kind of thinking, this one will be like fun and yeah, but maybe many colors. You're right.
You're doing A4 or A3?
In between A4 and A3, it's like not standard, but more A3. Yes.
Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, we do as well. It's just
Okay.
more work, yeah? No rabota.
It looks like it's easy, but it's not in the end. It's very funny. I also thought, it's going to be easy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of details. Yeah.
I think Matisse also took a while to paint this.
Who knows? Who knows? I haven't found information on this part.
But he was probably much more skilled than us. So maybe it was quick.
Painting is just hard work, Evgenia.
Oh, so it's not relaxing at all.
No,
It
it
is. I think it's still relaxing, but it's a good kind of work.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah, but it also comes with practice. Then once you already you know your brushes, you know your paints, and then already you kind of automatically know what you're gonna get with.
Yeah.
But in the start, of course, it's covering. You have to learn how paint work. If I put more water, less water.
Yes.
I made a mistake I cannot recover, which
Tell
is
me.
which is the left. I did the green up until the end, and my pink there looks like a very dark, I don't know, red.
So instead of this pink corner, you have green?
No, I went with the green until the end, and then on top I put pink, but it will never look pink after having. I try to put, like, it's dry, to put more pink on top, but it doesn't get more pink.
Yeah, the secret is you wait till it's dry and then you put a layer of white.
Ah, why?
Yes, and then you wait, but of course still it's hard because, yeah, of course green is dark and tense and you have this, yeah, light transparent, but yeah, sometimes it works. Yeah, you put white and you wait again, then you're waiting till it's dry and then you go on top. Yeah, it's a little bit like painting walls in an apartment. you have to come back to white, and then especially if you want a lighter color, yeah, then it was. Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit stupid of me not even to think about putting.
No, you were just long time out of things. You forgot.
I should have done it in the beginning of the class, but okay. Mm.
With this painting, it's important to leave some unpainted spots, yes? To leave white. Is that
Well,
right?
I have some white, but honestly not so much. So I have some in this part of water under the balls, but the rest, like this upper part, still I have some blues. Yeah, so I have this. There are these pink clouds, let's say, and in between, I put very light watery blue. This is still not.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's also maybe hard because we try to follow Matisse, yeah, colors and let's say spots. Maybe like if you paint it as Matisse by yourself, then you kind of just choosing, I put here this, I put here that. I don't know.
I'm just looking at it. It's what is missing.
Just use the empty places.
Yeah. Still white places, huh?
White
White
places,
spots.
yes.
Yeah, so once again, how to find these white spots? So by now it should be more or less dry. Yeah, this parts, and then you take the brush and you take, let's say, the space between the leaves, then I take some greenish, and with lots of water, I kind of go in between. And then I go also, yeah, I don't have to be careful going around. I just kind of with water cover it all, and it goes fills in the white spots. Yeah, here in the upper windows as well, and here in the bottom. So it's just whiter and lots of water. So it's yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
change
water, yeah.
the spots, so it doesn't changes what you already painted, and it kind of fills in.
Get it, yes.
Yes, it has worked, Mariah.
No, I understand what you mean, that doesn't work. You'll have to see the result in the end.
Recording.